Good morning. This video is meant to explain how to begin your practice test in GMETRIX. We have a license with GMETRIX for all practice tests for Adobe products. You must take a practice test before you take the actual certification. If you're taking this and you're in level 1, then you're taking it for experience. If you're taking this in level 2, then you're taking it so that you can get an idea of what the certification will be like by you taking the practice. Let's begin by first going to GMETRIX. You'll find a link to GMETRIX online provided by your instructor. I'm going to click on this link for GMETRIX, and I'm going to use this icon here to open it in a new tab. It will then ask me to continue, and now we're on full screen for GMETRIX. If you got here another way, then that is fine. Because you're already logged in, most likely as a student on the in the browser, you'll be able to use the Google login. When you use the Google login, you will see your username for your school account, fcps1schools.net. Select that as the account. This is my account, which I've been active in. You will not see any of this content here because you will need to you will need to redeem or put in a code to continue. You should be able to go to bypass the code option and go to tests. So if you open up GMETRIX and it wants you to put a code in, maybe it looks something like this, you should be able to exit out and instead go to tests, and we're going to do a new test. This will take you to a place where you can put in your code for tests. It'll probably ask you for the code for tests before you see this screen. So here is the code that you will need. Right here. After you put this code in, you'll then have access to the tests. You'll see a 2020, 2021, or 2022. And you will see the option for either Photoshop or Illustrator. Choose which program you would like to, or app you would like to take your practice test with. Let's say you choose Illustrator. You'll see that there are two practice exams that you can choose from. Within each, you'll see training and testing as an option. We are strictly training, so you'll press training mode. You should then get a prompt to open the GMETRIX site. There should be a prompt up in this area here. Because I've already done this, I won't have the that same prompt, but you should. If you have any problems when you get to this point, please let me know. And in fact, it's probably best that we stop here until I can actually see your screen, because this will then start a process of installing and checking your content. If you press the prompt up here for opening GMETRIX, the GMETRIX site, then you will probably experience the computer trying to install the software needed. You might even experience a couple of screen glitches, but you should not touch your computer if you do decide to start that process. You will then also notice that as it goes through the process, it may ask you some questions which you might not feel comfortable answering at this time. And I totally understand if you would like to wait until I am in person. The other thing that I would say is that if you do have success, most likely what will happen is either Illustrator or Photoshop, whichever test you chose, will open. And if everything does work out, you will see a timer start within Illustrator or Photoshop. That means that the exam is starting. Now, if you get that far today and you wish to just go ahead and proceed, maybe you're in the middle of class, um, then you can do that. You can go ahead and begin the exam. It is an in-app exam, meaning you will actually be working in Illustrator or Photoshop answering questions. Um, you will also be able to mark answers for review or mark questions for review. The instructions should let you know exactly what you can do. If you decide to proceed, you must understand that you will only have 50 minutes to take this test. The timer will run continuously, even past 50 minutes, but I can only give you 50 minutes because that is how much time you'll have for the actual certification. You can start and stop the exam at any time. So if you do get this process going in the middle of class today, then you can start it if it works out, or you can wait for me, or you can just simply start it and exit the exam as you wish and pick it up uh, tomorrow or the next day. I hope this helps. Seniors, please email me if you have any questions or concerns.